Everyone, is Lieutenant King here, your eighth friend from the primordial soup. Now I'm going to show you this video of how stars form, supposedly. We've never seen this happen, but check out the story. Now, right from the beginning, he doesn't even go into science. He starts right from the beginning in a religious belief. Keep in mind, we've never seen none of this happen. This has never been observed. None of it. So here we go.
We owe our entire existence to the sun. Well, it and the other stars that came before. As they died, they donated the heavier elements we need.
Now, does he know this? No, he does not. He has no clue what happens when stars die. None of that. He doesn't know, okay? He's just lying right from the start.
For life. But how did they form? Stars begin as vast clouds of cold molecular hydrogen and helium left over from the Big Bang.
Okay, the Big Bang has never been proven, never been observed. It's a complete fairy tale. It's completely made up. There's no evidence ever in the history of the world to support the Big Bang. So he starts out with a fallacy right from the start. All right, so let's keep going. This is pure imagination. This is what they do. They take a little bit of science and then they put their religion in it to fool people. This is it. So listen.
These vast clouds can be hundreds of light years across.
Now, does he know this or does he believe that? He believes that. Hundreds of light years across. He has no clue.
And contain the raw material for thousands or even millions of times the mass of our sun. In addition to this hydrogen, these clouds are seeded with heavier elements from the stars that lived and died long ago. They're held in balance between their inward force of gravity and the outward pressure of the molecules.
Okay, now he has no clue that happens. He's just making this up. This has never been seen, never been tested, never been observed, never been repeated. This is not science. This is religion you're listening to.
Eventually, some kick overcomes this balance and causes the cloud to begin collapsing. That kick could come from a nearby supernova explosion, collision with another gas cloud, or the pressure wave of a galaxy's spiral arms.
Now notice he says could come from. Could. Not that it did, not that we know about it, not that we're sure. It could. See, he's letting you know this is a belief. Nobody knows this.
Passing through the region. As this cloud collapses, it breaks into smaller and smaller clumps until there are knots with roughly the mass of a star. As these regions heat up, they prevent further material from falling inward. At the center of these clumps, the matter begins to increase in heat and density. When the outward pressure balances against the force of gravity pulling it in, a protostar is formed.
Now, does he know this or does he believe this? He doesn't know this. He believes this. Notice they never show you a real picture of where the stars are forming, how they form, while they're forming, or one even forming period. They don't show you this. Why? Because we've never seen it. So this is pure religion right here. This has never been observed.
What happens next depends on the amount of material. Some objects don't accumulate enough mass for stellar ignition and become brown dwarfs. Substellar objects, not unlike a really big Jupiter, which slowly cool down over billions of years.
Okay, over billions of years. Now, nobody knows what happens in billions of years. So that's your first clue that he's full of crap, all right?
If a star has enough material, it can generate enough pressure and temperature at its core to begin deuterium fusion, a heavier isotope of hydrogen. This slows the collapse and prepares the star to enter the true main sequence phase.
Now, does he know this or does he believe this? This is all pure speculation.
This is the stage that our own sun is in and begins when hydrogen fusion begins. If a protostar contains the mass of our sun, or less, it undergoes a proton-proton chain reaction to convert hydrogen to helium.
Now, you see that chart on the right? That chart does not exist nowhere in this world. That does not happen anywhere on this planet. It doesn't happen in space. It doesn't happen anywhere. This is make-believe that you're looking at in that white chart right there. Make-believe. They don't know this. I'm telling you, these folks lie to you, and then when you refute it, watch, you'll see it in the comments. They'll say, oh, you're crazy, you're a lunatic. They'll call you all type of cuss words, all type of nasty names. because they know this is crap. This is an attempt to just not believe in God. So they just come up with anything and everything is stupid people believe it.
But if the star has about 1.3 times the mass of our sun, it undergoes a carbon, nitrogen, oxygen cycle to convert hydrogen to helium. How long this newly formed star will last
Now, how long would it last now?
depends on its mass and how quickly it consumes hydrogen. Small red dwarf stars can last hundreds of billions of years.
Now, how do they know this? How do they know that these stars can last hundreds of billions of years? Has anybody lived hundreds of billions of years to see this star, to see this happen? No, this is all a guess. And they call this science. Let me tell you something, guys. The first rule of science is observation, meaning you must see it. Don't let them fool you and say that we can see 100 million years into the past. Bull. That's all a lie. Nobody knows what happens a million years ago. See, this is why they attack me. This is why they hate me, because I make common sense to you. Nobody knows what happened 500 years ago for a fact, let alone hundreds of billions of years. It's just nonsense.
While large supergiants can consume their hydrogen within a few million years and detonate a supernova.
Now, it can consume the hydrogen in a million years and detonate the supernova. Does he know this? He does not know this. I'm going to let the video finish. This is complete religion that you're listening to. This is the same thing as Christianity, as Hinduism. It's all a belief. None of this is proven. None of this has ever been observed. Ever. I know I keep stressing that, but that is so important that you know that nobody has seen this. Nobody. Don't let them lie to you and say, oh yeah, we had. No, they haven't. Never. And never will, because it doesn't exist. Now continue on with the lies.
But how do stars explode and seed their elements around the universe? That's another episode. Thanks for watching. Now make sure you click subscribe.
Well, thanks for watching. We lied to you. Yeah. Now believe what we say or you're a crazy lunatic. I appreciate y'all watching this video, and in 100 billion years I'll be an ape again, I guess. I don't know. But make sure you follow me on Twitter if you ain't following me by now, @FreeAmerican100, and I appreciate it. God bless.